My name is Ray Lowe from Modality Systems. I'm the Business Solutions Manager here. And thank you very much for the opportunity today for Nick and I to spend some time with you. And the topic today is to talk about the key considerations when our customers are moving into the cloud. So what I would like to start with is by just have a conversation around what our typical customers are looking for in terms of the key considerations, what are their pain points, how to build a business case. As one would understand, everything starts with a vision and a business case. So what we typically encourage our customers to do is to look at things that are obviously relevant to their business and what are the things that they want to achieve in terms of business goal and a clear vision. So typically that will be improving employees' productivity, better collaborations within the organization, and that could be flowing into sharing knowledge with subject matter experts, so like in other parts of the organization. Some of them might be geographically dispersed. In addition to that, also the collaborations need when it comes to people outside of the organization as well, i.e. their customers, their business partners, their suppliers. So with that vision, what we typically encourage our customers to do is to look at their people, because everything starts with the workforce. So it's important that the solutions that we're going to deploy is suitable for them, so that that usage profile for the workforce, I think, is critically important as part of that planning process. In addition to that, we'll encourage our customers to look at their site locations, and some of them in a number of locations, and different locations they might have again different functions. So we need to look at their communications needs, so that mapped into things like modalities. Some of the things that people typically will need, would instant messaging and presence be suitable, or they will need something like enterprise voice to help them to reach that business goal. So once we have a good understanding as the profile of the people, the sites, and then that will help us to sit down with their technology people and map out a detailed design. And I think it's extremely important at that point we have a clear understanding as what the design looks like. Cloud, or some of the elements, they might still need to have some sort of on-prem functionality as well. So I think once we get to that stage, it's a fairly straightforward transitions to help them to build their business case, and based on the findings, with the vision, with the people and the site, and also the detailed design. I think once we get to that stage, it's important to look at some of the business applications that is important for them to realize that unified communications go, because communications is just really the main enabler, but it's important that once that we have the solution in play is to integrate into their business processes for them to gain that ultimate business benefits. So it's a few things that we typically consider there. Is now that we know what we want to build, and it's extremely important that we map that with what we call getting the people to use it. So this is the key element of the user adoption that I would like to bring up just briefly, because at the end of the day, it's important that people are going to use it, and user adoption is more than just training, and we actually start user adoption right at the beginning of the planning stage, and also keep monitoring and improving until we are happy with the level of utilization. So with that, I think once that we get to that stage and continue to help the customers to measure their success, and it's important that we have a strong deployment and the technology part of the solutions, and just to make sure that the deployment is right, and also ongoingly in terms of the diagnostic and the monitoring and all of those services are all sort of like coming together with the business case. And with that, I'd like to introduce Nick. Nick is our regional managed services manager in Asia Pacific, and he has a lot of experience in that area.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Ray. So just to, I guess, continue on from what Ray was saying, mainly from a user adoption, going from the on-premise to hybrid and the cloud, simply using phased or big bang approaches. We generally look at a phased approach, depending on the business case, which method suits a business case. This allows for the business to transition effectively and efficiently into the new system, causing a lot less, stress from a functional point of view and also from a user point of view of the business. In saying that, unified communications as a solution, allowing the business to leverage existing investment in PSTN technology, whether it be a simple PBX or a contact center solution they may have. More importantly, allowing the user, the actual end user, who are the key important stakeholders here, to be transitioned smoothly into the new Skype for Business system or cloud-based system without being thrown straight into the fry pan, and that allows the users to have a very good experience from the get-go. Like I said, users are the key stakeholders here. Without them being happy, without them being able to adopt this new technology, keep your users happy, keep your business functioning.